Next time on Pokemon Z. It's not really Pokemon Z, it's Pokemon Platinum. Oh man. Hey guys, this is GamerCal. Welcome back to Pokemon Platinum's Random Nuzlocke. There's a lot of heavy wind going on outside at the moment. I don't know how that's going to affect recording stuff. I should probably shut the window, but then I would get too hot. So I don't know. We got Stantler and we had real issues with Lunatone stuff. As I said in the description on the last video, I really don't know if that was actually supposed to happen. It's probably the wrong way of putting it, but I really don't think that Lunatone, the second one, was something that should have showed up there. Unless the chances of that out of over 490 Pokemon in this gen is astronomically low, and I really just don't think that it would have actually come up in that encounter. But regardless, I took it as such, and I don't really have Pokeballs to catch any new Pokemon right now anyway, so it doesn't matter. We're just going to go ahead with what we have, and we do have at least our Pokemon here. I don't think I'm going to use Turtwig or Stantler for just now, because I want to get them appropriately leveled before I start using them. So we're just going to go ahead and run with not Kricketot and Zubat, because that's not the Pokemon that will be here, although if it is, Strongman Pansy. Oh man, it's a Pichu. Alright, so yeah, we're just gonna run with the Heracross stuff at the moment, because freaking Heracross, man. I don't know, I'll level them up when we get to the next town and stuff, and thankfully no static was involved in that, which is pretty great, so I don't get myself paralyzed. I do not have guts, of course, on this thing, so I do not really want to be statist ever, and I know that's gonna happen quite a lot because this game, but yeah, Heracross is pretty strong, so we are going to just go ahead and use it for a little bit. The one thing with Heracross, it does take a lot of experience to level, so compared to the other Pokemon that we have right now, it's going to be a bit tricksy that way. I don't remember if there are any hidden items in this place, so I'm going to go on the assumption that there aren't. And we're just going to keep going as is. There's an item up there that you need to surf for. There's a lot of stuff like that in this game. It's one of the bigger sort of, I guess, downsides for me in this game is that there's... oh man, this is again. There are so many items, and it's not just items. You know, you've got general progression, which is halted by having to have all HMs ever out with you, and it's really annoying. That is definitely something I would rather not have in this game, but you know, that's why I like stuff like XY and Black and White 2, and even the first Black and White, really, that they, other than Surf, which I think is completely, basically mandatory to have on you anyway, because let's be honest, Surf is a super good move, but I really don't feel like you should have to have every HM ever with you at all times. I honestly don't feel like that's a good system, and that is one thing we're going to see in this game that will get rather annoying. Now this is Gen 4, so Pineco Sturdy would not be something to come into play here, but I don't really think I'll be knocking it out in one hit anyway, because I didn't knock out the Zigzagoon in one hit, so whatever. I think oh man, that missed though. I think Pinecone at this level only has Tackle and Protect. So I should really actually switch out into Driver over here, because, I mean, I know it gets self-destruct really early, I don't remember when it gets it, so it may well be worth just switching out here just to make sure that I do not have any worries about that. Now, if an enemy Pokemon has Protect, they will usually use it every second turn. This is just what they do. Sometimes they'll just spam it. Like I've said before, 4th gen uses their non-attacking moves all the time. So there you go, it tried to triple Protect because it actually can't hurt me. So, you know, that's a thing. It actually cannot do any damage to a ghost type, so it's just using... The AI is programmed in a way that it will try and use, you know, the move that has the success rate, or the highest success rate, I guess. So rather than wasting their turn doing no damage to me, they're gonna waste their turn trying to protect themselves because they don't have any other things to do. So yeah, I just didn't want to risk self-destruct because in Gen 4 and below, for those who are newer to the Pokemon games, self-destruct and explosion were very, very dangerous moves because they halved the enemy's defense when they were used. So self-destruct was a 200 base power move that was essentially a 400 base power move, and my god, that's slacking. That's pretty cool. I have already, of course, attempted to catch a Pokemon on this route, so even if I did come across something, it would not matter. But yeah, that's a slacking, and it has scratch, and it scratched me for a whole 3 damage. I don't know how I'm ever going to survive against that. So yeah, Fury Attack is not really a particularly great move, but it's good enough to finish it off here. And I don't want to use all the Horn Attack straight away because Horn Attack is much better and is a bit more susceptible to like PP draining and stuff like that as a result, because you use it pretty much all the time. It's the best move that Heracross has, so... And this is actually a trainer. Okay, I should reiterate if I haven't actually done so. I don't think I have done so. I should reiterate I have not... Wellington. I have not actually played these games in forever, so I do not really remember all of this stuff about this. Now, Shinx is kind of cool in this game because it actually has 2 abilities. Intimidate is the one I would normally use if I had the choice, but it also has Rivalry, which, if you are the same gender as it... male combi, nuts to you. If you have the same gender as the opponent, then your attacks do 25% more damage. If you have the opposite gender, your attacks do 25% less damage. Oh, ouch. It actually has a super effective move that does a whole 4 damage. I don't know how I'm ever going to survive that. But yes, it actually does do less damage. If the Pokemon is gender like unspecified, then I don't think it makes any difference. I think it's just neutral damage at that point. Whoa, Staravia, really? What is that replacing? Okay, so level 4 Staravia. I am going to switch out of that because I do not want to have the Intimidate and everything on me. And I do not want to risk taking like a wing attack or something like that because I don't know if this thing would have something like that at this level. It might well do, so yep. Okay, it does not, because it has no damage, and whoa, the AI actually made a smart switch! That's actually really cool to see. I'm actually going to have to switch myself here though, because Trapinch has Bite, and Bite is very nasty at this level. I do not want to be dealing with that at all. So yeah, man, we're actually playing a switching game. It's almost as if we're playing against a real person here, right? Yeah, that Bite is obviously not going to do any damage to Mr. Banner, and Karate Chop should do about 500 bazillion damage, and that's a scientific fact number here. So yeah, that's pretty cool to see though, that you know, a couple of switches here, but I do not know what that Staravia was replacing. At level 4, I can't even think of what it would have been, because there's no bug at this level that it could have replaced. Huh. So yeah, the way the randomizer stuff works, it's almost a pseudo randomizer rather than a like full-on thing, because rather than it being random from every Pokemon possible in the game, I have set it to scale the power levels. I think I've mentioned this already, but yeah, it scales with the power of the opponent, so it will make sure that the early game does not have too many ridiculous things that you wouldn't be able to handle with my lowest evolution stage rules. Although Heracross is kind of good, but you know, Heracross is not good against Oreburgh, so there is that. And it also ensures that you won't have the Elite Four having stuff like Magikarp and Seedot, because everybody knows Seedot is not so good. Hey, there's a Delibird. Okay, I don't know quite how you managed to get a gym badge with a level 8 Delibird, but whatever, that's not my concern. The only disadvantage to this is that oh, thank you for the heal. Heck yeah! The only disadvantage with the randomizer stuff is that the moveset for the enemy Pokemon will be whatever they learn at that level, whereas in the original game, the Pokemon did have TMs and stuff like that used. So say, I think Garchomp from Cynthia actually had Brick Break in its arsenal, and it wouldn't have that when it was at the natural level up moves and stuff. Oh, I lost La La La. Yes. So that's like the one disadvantage to it, but the sheer fact of you cannot prepare for what's coming up kind of outweighs that. Anyway, my whole thing of Heracross a surf move is kind of not entirely like 100% true here, because you can just walk down for this. Oh dude, that would have been an awesome Pokemon to get if I was still needing to catch one here, but I am not. So yeah, too bad Larvitar cannot be caught. So yeah, you can actually reach this item from Elsa, but there are a lot of items and general progression routes that we will have to use a ton of HMs for, and like I've said, I'm not as massive a fan of it, but hey, that's the way the game is made, and it's still not terrible, it's just it's gonna constrict Pokemon like move choices and stuff. And to that end, I should note that if I cannot progress at any point because I've not, say, got a surf Pokemon or whatever, then I will catch something to use exclusively as a HM slave. And, you know, I'll probably get like a Bidoof or something, because freaking Bidoof, man. I only have one Pokeball, and I do not have... How much money did I get from all of this? Enough to buy like 3 more. You can encounter Pokemon in this cave, and I do kind of want to be able to attempt to catch Pokemon. So I'm actually gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and get what little Pokeball materials I can, and then I shall meet you back in the cave. Alright, entering the Oreburgh Gate. So I actually had 2 Pokeballs left, but 2 Pokeballs is not enough for catching stuff, as you know. So, you sparkling new Poketch. Yeah, so if you try to go here without getting the Poketch, you will most likely get sent back by this guy, because he is a butt. And yeah, we do actually get a HM off him now. So HM 6 is a Rock Smash, and that will let us break the rocks that you can see just above the text blurb and stuff there, but you need the first gym badge before you can use it outside of battle, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. However, as weak as it is a fighting move, and I could consider it. It does have 40 base power this gen. So originally Rock Smash only had 20 base power, but I think it was in Gen 4 that it got buffed to 40, and that's what it is at the moment. It's got also that nifty 50% chance of lowering the opponent's defense, and even though Horn Attack is still technically stronger, I think I do want to teach it to Heracross, because by the time I would learn another fighting attack, I think it's Brick Break at like level 30 or something. And by then, I would be able to replace this. So we'll use it instead of Leer here, because it does a little bit of the same purpose. So it does actually cut defense as well. It's more accurate to tackle, but I don't really need defense like lowering stuff there. So yeah, if you try and go up, you have to get Rock Smash for that. So we can't actually go there. And it looks like we can indeed catch a Pokemon here. I have not actually used a Krabby before, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, Krabby's a fun Pokemon. It doesn't have a lot of special defense, but it's entertaining nonetheless. So let's see if we can not kill this with a tackle. It does have good physical defense, that's why I went for that. Krabby does not get the ability to use Waterfall, which is a really big bummer compared to something like Crawdaunt, you know. Kingler can't use that attack at all, which is annoying, but Crabhammer is still pretty good, if a little inaccurate, so, you know, that's kind of nice. So let's just get it paralyzed and see if we can catch this thing, and that would be nice to get. Like I said, I have not actually been able to use a Krabby before, so this will be pretty cool if I can do so. So yeah, paralyzed, decently low health. I don't really see this being too much of an issue for catching. Unlike Lunatone, this has a higher than 45 catch rate, so you know, I'm still upset with the Lunatone stuff, to be honest. But this is being recorded on a different day, as you could tell by the whole journal thing. So yeah, the river crab Pokemon that was in a cave because reasons. Speaking on stuff this way, I could actually have gone back to the route below Sandgem and fished out another Pokemon there, but I don't really have the Pokeballs to do so at the moment, so that's why I'm not doing that. I do not know what to call this because I have never actually used a Krabby before, so I'm just gonna go on. I'm gonna call it Cutlass because I can. Again, for those who may be interested in stuff, I know we haven't had any new names and stuff yet, but if you are interested in naming these Pokemon and then, you know, reminding me to change them when I can, I will do so. If you want to skip these trainers, you actually can. Like, you can go around the trainers. I just don't want to because I want to do the fights because we have Juggler Rachel here, who is clearly not a girl, but you know, whatever. That's just how it goes. So Nincada is, or Nincada, I guess, because it's, what is the bug called? It's a cicada bug, right? So I guess it would be Nincada, but I always say Nincada because it sounds better. It's part bug, so it resists the Rock Smash fighting attack, so Horn Attack is definitely the best move that you could use there. But that is fine because it goes down really easy. And then this is why I wanted to teach Rock Smash, because a lot of Pokemon are weak to fighting, and it just helps out a lot to have a fighting attack early on in the game, especially when you're using a fighting type. That's why Machop is so good right now, but Heracross is pretty good too, and Heracross is obviously more powerful than Machop, so insufficiently raised. Yep, absolutely. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's why I wanted to teach it, you know, nothing too fancy in that. And I think once we are done with this trainer, Rich Kid Liliana. Oh, you have a Cherubi, that's pretty cute. Yeah, once we're done with this, we'll be in Oreburgh, and then we shall basically end the part at that. So, yeah, we've gotten a decent bit done. We've caught a new Pokemon, and I guess we'll show what the Krabby's like, because I'll go to the Pokemon Center as the first main thing, and yeah, we'll see what our new Pokemon is like, and if I want to use it or not. And I do have duplicate types and stuff here, so I may well try and use Krabby, because water is a decent type to have around, obviously. And whilst it's not the greatest of water types, because its special stats are really kind of bad. Oh yeah, I forgot, in this game you taught the Steins just by walking up to them, so you can see a rough layout of the map here, and this guy's gonna be like, hey, you don't have a gym badge yet, right? Yeah, you'd better go to the Pokemon gym, because that's the first thing you want to do when going to a new town, right? No, you totally don't want to heal first, but yeah, there's someone there. Too bad. I suppose we should probably talk to Timmy, right? Finally got here, so slow, blah blah. We're not that slow, we just took our time exploring other places, unlike you. Seriously tough, blah blah blah, yeah. His dad is a really, really solid trainer, like later on. I don't know if we get to see him during the main game, but yeah, gym leads off the coal mine, go to the mine, blah blah blah. But that is not where we're going at the moment. We could go to the Pokemon and show this stuff off in here, actually. Show the items off, because each place does have a unique set of stuff as well. Like, this stuff is not any different, but the items right next to them are. And yeah, this is the introduction for netballs, which is a pretty cool type of Pokeball to have. If you ever come across a bug or a water type, this thing has like 4 or 5 times catch rate on them, compared to, you know, Pokeballs. So very solid, but way too expensive for just now. Like, there's no way we'd be able to afford that in the immediate term. But as this guy is saying, if you have more gym badges, you get more item stuff. Yeah, we just looked at that. They offer different things, so that's kind of cool. And then the Pokemon Center is actually further into town. It is over here. yeah, you can hear the emulation is slowing down a little bit, unfortunately, but it's not too bad, and that is the main thing. Like, if it slows down, it slows down. It's not going to kill anyone, hopefully. That would be kind of bad. I do like in this gen that you can see what time I'm recording at. Like, that's a completely random aside, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned that at the Pokédex, but it's still kind of cool that you can see when things are being recorded, and you can, you know, see when I'm doing stuff. So, our Krabby is a pretty terrible nature. Calm is like the worst possible nature it could have been there, because its attack is like its second. It's either its. I don't remember if attack or defense is better. I think defense is better, but its attack is really, really high, and its special defense is absolutely awful. So that is really not a good nature to have around. But oh well, it has Mod Sport for lowering electric damage, I suppose. It's still not going to survive an electric move, so don't bother with that. Bubble is only 20 base power in this gen. It's 40 base power in the Gen 6, but this is not Gen 6, obviously. And Vice Grip is relatively strong, so yeah, 55 base power off of your opening move is actually pretty good. So, Krabby is something I might use. I would most likely be replacing Rotom, I guess, but like Rotom's ghost typing is super good for the start of the game. So maybe I'd replace Stantler, I don't know. Like, Stantler's really not super great either. Like, it looks good at the moment, but I don't know, like, it's tough to call right now. Anyway, that is all that we are going to do for just now, so this has been GamerCow playing Pokemon Platinum Random Nuzlocke, and next time we go ahead and try and find the gym leader in Oreburgh. Get ourselves a couple new Pokemon as well, and we'll see what we're going to raise for the gym. Take care.